just signed on as quarterback for the 49ers. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel good. It's exciting times. Obviously, I spent a couple years here in Cleveland. Got a chance to have some fun over at NASA Glenn during my time here. So it's cool to be back and taking the Eclipse Fest here in Cleveland. But looking forward to the future in San Francisco. I know NASA's doing some great work out there on the West Coast, so we'll be able to stay tuned to that as well.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, the Pastronaut nickname comes from some incredible plays you had last year, and also you have a background here with us at NASA with some externships, but also you're an aerospace engineer. So how did it feel being back here specifically in Cleveland to watch the total solar eclipse?
It felt really good. You know, when this event was put on my radar about a year ago in last off season, they're like, hey, like the eclipse is coming straight through Cleveland. We'd love to have you here. It's going to be a once in a lifetime event to be able to experience it, especially right here on the beautiful Great Lakes, and obviously have some great weather today. So I marked on my calendar a year ago, and to make it back here and take it in, you know, and get a chance to hang out with the city I spent 2 years in, it's been great. I think like the biggest thing that I've enjoyed is just seeing the interest from the city of Cleveland and how many people traveled here to take in the event today, and to be able to then also go learn about the future of NASA and the future of space exploration as well at the same time. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take it in, and it's been an honor to be here.
So, you know, Josh, NASA is really committed to inspiring the next generation through discovery. Do you think maybe we created a few new future scientists and engineers here today?
I think so. I think so. There's a wealth of youth walking around here and taking in not only obviously the blow-ups and the displays outside, but also the Great Lakes Science Center inside, and just seeing the history of the space program. I think that gives them perspective. And so that's just like NASA, that's been my approach. You know, I think the youth obviously is the next generation. They're going to have a tremendous impact on the world, and being able to inspire the youth out here and the youth across the country that if you have interest in STEM and also are really good at sports, you don't have to split your eggs into, you don't have to split up your eggs, right? Like you can go out, put all your eggs in both baskets and work hard to achieve those goals and dreams.
Now, Josh, we have time for one other question. It's the most important question we're going to ask you.
Okay.
Who was the star today? Was it the sun, the moon, or the earth? Say the right thing, Josh. Say the right thing.
Drum roll, drum roll. The star of the day was the moon. I gotta go with it. I gotta go with it. I gotta go with the moon.
I agree. I do. All right. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Right. I appreciate your honesty, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Josh, and it was great to have you here with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
All right. So we talked about this controversial but friendly competition. So actually, we asked you guys to vote. We have the results of that poll right now. Let us bring it up. Whoa!
Hey.
All right, congrats, Sarah.
Come on.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Team Earth,
Thank
26%. Team Sun, 26% as well. But Team Moon, 48%. Congrats, Team Moon.
Go
today.
Team Moon.
All right, again, thank you to everyone who participated. We were the real winners of today, though, those who got a show. But we're going to send it back over to Indianapolis for another really important interview.
Thanks, Megan. We are back here in Indianapolis. It has been an incredible day, and it is not over yet. With me, I have Jake Bleacher, the Chief Exploration Scientist for NASA. Jake, welcome.
I could not be happier to be here.
How was that eclipse for you, really quickly?
That was amazing. It's getting warm again. I still have my fleece on from when we were in totality.
That was incredible. Well, today has been all about the eclipse, all about the sun's light. And I want to pivot a little bit here because you're getting astronauts ready to go back to the moon, live and work there for the first time in 50 years. How the sunlight shines on the moon also very crucial to what we're trying to do there?
Yeah, well, just like this eclipse, it's the celestial dance between the sun, the earth, and the moon. And when we go to the moon, we'll actually have instances of eclipses where the Earth will eclipse the sun.
Wow.
So it's something to think about. But we're really interested in the lighting in the South Pole. Our Artemis 3 mission will land astronauts at the South Pole. And there, because the moon has almost no axial tilt, the sun is always right along the horizon.
Wow.
And so high peaks have sunlight more than normal amounts of time, and low depressions have almost no sunlight or never see the sun. And so we think there might actually be water trapped there.
Incredible. So one thing that we've talked a little bit about on the broadcast is space weather. And space weather is really important to understand, especially when it comes to the safety of our astronauts. Can you describe how the instruments Ursa and Hermes are actually helping keep our astronauts safe?
Yeah, Ursa and Hermes are payloads, science instruments that we'll have on our Gateway. Gateway is going to be a station, a research station that orbits the moon, and astronauts can stop there on their way to the surface of the moon. And these payloads or these science instruments will be there to basically detect what the solar weather is like, what we call space weather. So that radiation that our astronauts will live in when they're actually there. So understanding your weather is the best way to be prepared for it.
Absolutely. Well, you've given us a lot to be excited about. Jake, thank you for being here on this incredible day.
I would not have missed it.
Well, folks, that is all we have from Indianapolis. Thank you for joining us. It has been a wild ride, pun absolutely intended, and we've had an amazing time. So from all of us here, back to you guys.
Thank you, Lauren. I did enjoy your pun. And now back here in Cleveland, we are joined by Jimmy Kenyon, director of NASA's Glenn Research Center. Thank you for joining us and for hosting us, really.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us here.
Well, so yeah, Glenn Research Center is right here in Cleveland,
Yep.
just down the road. The only NASA center in the Midwest, the only one in today's path of totality. Literally everything aligned for us to get a great show here.
Absolutely. And it has been such a great show here. You could not have asked for better weather. And it's springtime in the Midwest. That's always a little bit of a debate, but you could not have asked for better weather. What a great outing. We're here with our partners at the Great Lakes Science Center, and which hosts our visitor center, so where the people are. And,
Yep.
and just a great opportunity to have everybody here and connect them with what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hosted this wonderful 3-day event here and invited the community and all your visitors in to come and explore and learn a little bit about Glenn. Why was that important to you?
It's important, but well, as you know, having a total solar eclipse pass over your community is, for most people, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But to have a total solar eclipse pass over a NASA community like
Right.
Cleveland,
Right.
that's even more rare. But what it does is it creates such a great opportunity to connect people with what we do. Everybody is here paying attention to our planet, paying attention to the moon and the sun and how all of these things work, our solar system and our universe. And that just gives us a great opportunity to say, this is what we do.
Right.
And connect people with that. And that's, you can't pass that kind of an opportunity up.
Right. And speaking of all, like you said, the science, all this discovery that we're enabling today by the eclipse, you know, let's talk more about the science, you know. I know that nothing flies without Glenn. That's what you love to say, Jimmy.
That's right.
So can you explain the center's critical role within NASA?
At NASA Glenn, we work on aircraft propulsion, spacecraft propulsion, power for both aircraft and spacecraft, communications. We also work on materials and testing in extreme environments, but our core competencies of power, propulsion, communications. No aircraft and no spacecraft flies without those three things, and they never will. And so NASA Glenn is literally part of virtually every NASA mission.
Well, Jimmy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and again hosting us. This was a wonderful event. I know so many people joined us here and really enjoyed it because we were watching, we were looking out at the crowd,
Yeah.
lots of smiles. So really, thank you so
Yes.
much, you and the Great Lakes Science
And
Center.
thank you for being here and being part of this with us and really putting NASA and NASA Glenn on the map here for us.
Thank you,
Thank
Jimmy.
you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. Have a great day. All right, and a big thank you to our whole team positioned across the path, from our correspondents to our experts and our telescope operators. We couldn't have done it without all of you. And Sarah, as we're taking again this aerial shot of the Great Lakes Science Center, so beautiful. Such a wonderful way to experience my first total solar eclipse, and I hope you had a good time too, because I know this isn't your first total solar eclipse.
No, this is my second, but it was really great and special to be able to experience it with you and all the folks here.
Yeah, we did notice that people right after, the people were like, whoa, they were trying to get out. There's a lot of really fun events happening in Cleveland, so there's a lot of people in downtown. So I hope that they took some time to look up today and really enjoy what they saw.
Yeah, and not only all of the great views that we had, but we also really did some cool science today too.
Yeah, really, really cool science. And actually, yeah, let's talk about that. You know, NASA's heliophysics big year isn't over yet. You know, we had the annular eclipse, then we had the solar eclipse, and now talk to us about what's happening in December.
Yeah, coming up on Christmas Eve, in fact, Parker Solar Probe will make its closest approach to the sun, 3.9 million miles, which still seems like a long way to me, but apparently that's actually pretty close.
Yeah, I can't believe that's happening. Again, just that it's all, we've been saying this all day, aligning. Everything is aligning for us to have a beautiful show. And so, yeah, you know, Sarah, again, thank you so much. You know, we watched this together, race across Mexico to Maine in only an hour and 28 minutes. And again, we have so much more to look forward to. So we hope you all stay with us as we continue studying our sun and how it affects us, from all of us here at NASA, where we make air and space available for everyone. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.
We are one of 100 billion stars in a vast galaxy, but for all of human culture on Earth, one sun that nourishes us all.